Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. There are quite a few new subscribers on my channel, and there's quite a few folks right now with everything that's going on that are showing an interest in preparedness and survival that have never done so before. So I wanted to do a few videos on some of the gear that I use and some of the stuff I carry in my different packs, like my hiking packs and my get home bags. And this video that I'm doing today is on water purification. Now, I'm not going to take any water filters or water purification stuff with me. If I'm just going on a known trail at a local state park for maybe a 2-hour hike, something like that, in that case, I'm just going to take a couple bottles of water with me and I'm going to call that good. But now, if I'm going out for extended period of time, all day hikes, all day hunts, we're going out to some place that is a little bit more wild or in a get home type situation, I'm going to want some more robust water filtration and purification stuff with me. And the two main things that I use is boiling and Sawyer minis. I like Sawyer products. There's a bunch of different Sawyer products. I even have some older Sawyer stuff here, like these water bottles where you can just put the water in and use the filter that's already in the bottle. There's different companies that make these. But the main thing that I use as far as filters go are Sawyer minis. And Sawyer minis are the best bang for your buck. And the way that I like to use these, there's stuff that comes with these Sawyer minis, but I actually modify this stuff. And one of the things that I do is I put a water hose on the end of this with a bite valve, so it can be used with a platypus bag. This bag is the same end that's on the end of the Sawyer mini, so the two are compatible. And show you here, they screw together. Now, you don't even have to have anything this fancy to use these Sawyer minis, because these Sawyer minis will also work on like smart water bottles or soda bottles. They'll screw right on the end of this. So if you have one of these and you have a Sawyer mini, you have a way to collect and filter your water. And one of the things that I always carry with my bladders like this, if I want to fill these, it's kind of difficult to just stick these down in the creek or the pond or whatever where you're getting your water out of. So what I do is I have myself a little cut off water bottle that can just be flattened down and stuck in the pack, but then I can use this to dip my water out, and if it's really full of debris, put a little piece of cloth over this and I can dump this in here. Or if the water's clear, I'm going to dip this and I'm going to dump this into this water bladder. And then this water bladder sits in the back of my pack and I can actually drink right directly out of this. And to backwash this, what I do is I let filtered water come into this tube. Then I actually unscrew this. I'll bite on this valve right here and I'll actually blow that clean water back through this Sawyer mini, and that actually back flushes it. So the filter stays clean if I'm out in the field and I don't have to carry any extra stuff with me. One other thing too is when I'm foraging for water, I'm going to want to look for the clearest water that I can find. I want to start out with stuff that's as clear as I can find it. I don't want to get into the muddy water unless I absolutely have to. And if that's the case, I'm going to want to collect that. I'm going to let that settle a little bit, let some of those sediments settle out of that before I go ahead and filter that, because I don't want to plug up my Sawyer. And another thing that you can take with you is you can take purification tablets. Now, my really long-term bags, like my 4 or 5 day bags, I'm going to have some water tablets in there. But as a general rule, I just have the Sawyer mini in there, and then, of course, some way to boil water. And the things that I like best are just these metal camp cups. These metal camp cups are inexpensive. They stick in a pack really, really easy, and you can boil water in them. And the next step up from that is going to be something like a little bush pot here. This is a bush pot that I got recently at a Goodwill store. It's just about the perfect size that I want. It's got a little bit of a lid on it, but it's the right size, so I can put one of these camp cups along in with it, whether it's the stainless steel one or it's this aluminum one that I got right here. And that's something that I always look for. I want to be able to nest one cup or one cooking container into another to boil water. It's nice to have some type of a handle on this so I can hang this up over my fire to boil water. And I've actually modified a few different bush pots that I have here. This is a Stanley bush pot that I actually drilled a couple of holes in. And what that is for is to use one of these fish spreaders as a hanger that I can carry with me, and then I can hang that over my fire as well. And all it took was drilling a couple of holes in the side of this to make this work. One other thing that I want to mention too, as far as cooking and boiling water, this is just kind of a little bit of an add-on, is you want to make sure that you have some type of long eating utensil with you, because if you're eating out of these deeper pots and stuff, if I had to eat something out of this and I just had a small little spoon, I'm going to get down in there and get junk all over my hands or whatever. So I want to have something that's a little bit longer, especially if my hands are dirty. That way I don't have to worry about contaminating my food or anything like that. But these little pots here are some of my favorites to use as far as boiling water. So if I'm going on a longer hike or an all-day hunt, I'm going to have something like that with me, even if it's just one of these guys right here, because I can just dip water out of a pond or creek or whatever, and then I can boil stuff in this. And these also work good with a backpack stove. I'm going to do a separate video on backpack stoves, but these work exceedingly well with those as well. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you some of the stuff that I do as far as my water collection and my water filtration and some of the stuff that I use to boil water, some of the stuff that I carry in my packs. And all the stuff that you see here all rides in one variation of my packs or another. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Hopefully you got a little information out of it. If you've never had to forage or filter for your own water before, it'll give you a little bit something as far as some information to go by. But anyway, this is Modern Refugee. I appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys are getting a little information and a little entertainment on my videos, and you guys have a great day.